Hi, welcome to our Microsoft Teams and Adaptive Physical Education PowerPoint. This PowerPoint is going to go over how to make distance learning a team effort. Hi, my name is Derrick Burnett. I work for Manteca Unified School District. I've been an adapted physical education teacher for 13 years. It is the best job. Distance learning has provided quite a challenge for us as well as everybody else. In our district, we use Microsoft Teams, and this whole PowerPoint is to show you how we use Teams to deliver quality content to our students.
Welcome to the 49th Napec Conference. My name is Ernie Williams. I teach adapted physical education for Manteca Unified School District. I've been teaching adapted physical education now for 15 years. Our district utilizes Microsoft exclusively, so all of our students have devices. We all have the Microsoft suites, which includes Teams, Forms, Excel, Sway, things like that. So we're using Teams exclusively to try to deliver content to our students. So today we're going to talk about some tips, some tricks, and a little brief overview of Teams, and hopefully you'll enjoy this presentation. Welcome to the 49th.
Hello everyone, I'm Taylor Millin. I teach APE in Manteca Unified School District. This is my third year teaching. I graduated from California State University, Chico, where I got both my bachelor's and my teaching credential. You can reach me at tmillin@musd.net or at our shared department Twitter at AdaptedPE Didn't quite have room in the handle for the L. As the guys have already mentioned, it's been quite the learning curve this year, and I hope that the things we've learned about using Teams to deliver services will help all of you in our shared pursuit.
In this presentation, we hope to provide a quick overview of Microsoft Teams. We're going to give you some tips to help you get the most out of the Microsoft Teams platform, demonstrate useful features, and we will give you some activity and lesson ideas that are conducive to the Teams platform.
This will be a quick look at Teams. We're going to go over the home screen, application bar, channels, and tabs. So here's the home screen. You'll see that on my home screen I have 4 active teams going, and I have some hidden teams underneath. This is our adapted PE team. This is my general ed class where I have students in for dance. This is a general ed class I have access to as a teacher for a VI student in body tone, and this is the school site where I'm housed at, and we can access things like bell schedules and classes like that. So the application bar has your teams, which basically was your home screen, your calendar, which is where you can join meetings, schedule meetings. Chat is basically a direct message that you can send to students or students can send to you. Assignments is whatever you assign to your students. Calls is where you make phone calls. You can call students in, you can call their administrators, you can call teachers. File, I'm going to show you here in a minute because that's kind of cool. It acts like everything you do recently in your device will come up, and then activities just shows you things you may have missed. So I have one activity, which is just the chat that I didn't read the first time.
Okay, so now we're going to go over Teams channels. As you can see on our slideshow, we have a general channel. The general channel includes every adapted PE student in the district. So if we were to post something to the general APE channel, that would go to all of the students on the 3 of our caseloads. So all the APE students in the district. We use this for announcements, assignments, and it goes to all of the students that it applies to. We use specific channels for teacher-only collaboration. So you can see APEs on the run or APEs on the run. If we get a good link or a good activity, we'll share it within that channel so Taylor, myself, or Ernie can see it, use it, share it, etc. And then obviously we have an individual channel. It says Mr. D's APE channel, Mr. Williams APE channel, students, and Miss Taylor. And that is used for the specific caseloads of each individual teacher to share whatever messages with our students that we are trying to share.
So one of the things I like about the application bar here is in the files folder is everything that I've worked on recently within Microsoft comes up available. So my AP log, my district learning minutes, obviously my PowerPoint that I'm working on, any reports, so I can quickly access them from Teams and get that open as a new tab. And that would open. And then those things will start opening up right there within Teams. So tips for Teams, how to get the most out of Teams. We're going to go over the next few slides, a few cool little techniques and tricks that we try to help get everything we can out of Teams. First one is tagging. We use the @ symbol, and you can use a student's name or a channel's name to inform students of new posts, new assignments, change in time, equipment they may need. I've used this in my general ed class where a teacher put up an assignment or like the day before, and that they're in class, and I need to let that student know where to find that post so they can watch a YouTube video. So this is tagging right here, and you can do that right here in the chat. Next one is tabs. The tabs run across the top of the screen here. We can have your post, files that you upload for students to have access to. It does work with OneNote and class. So class notes is basically just a OneNote you may set up for your class. Assignments is the assignment tab. The students will know what they have to do. And then for the drop down, you can see I have grades, activity, and insights. And insights just basically let me know what kids have been on Teams every day and how long they've been on, and some things like that. You can also add things like Flipgrid, YouTube as well. So I'm going to show you how to share a YouTube video with everybody. You can do it through a new tab. Search YouTube. Once I find it here, it'll ask me for that link. And it'll ask you to search. Hit save, and as you see now, it becomes a new tab, and then the students can play it right from that tab. So that's the first way of doing it. The second way you can do it is in a channel, and you have a new conversation, a new tab, I should say. We can start a new conversation, and then you'll see the YouTube's here. You'll click on that. You'll do the same thing. Insert the link, save, and then you'll share it. That'll share to the team, and then obviously if you use the @ sign, you can tag everybody and you'll see it open. Just like that. And then it's available there. 2 different spots. So I'm going to show you how to use live captions. This is something that I like to do when a student is hard to hear, the audio's bad on their end, or if I'm farther away from the camera and I'm going to see what they're saying. Sometimes I don't catch the first word in the audio. So what I'll do is I'll go to More Actions, and I'll go down to where it says Turn on Live Captions. This takes a few seconds to turn on, and then as you can see on the bottom of my screen, now I'm getting the live feed from what audio is being said. Now, this is only showing on my screen and not on any other student's device, so they can come down on themselves if they need that, but right now it's only showing on my device. So I'm now going to go over pinning, and pinning is when I want to highlight what I want to see on my screen. I use this one when I'm in a gen ed class and I want to, and there's 45 kids, but I only have 3 kids in there, and I wanted to see what the instructor is teaching and then what my students are doing so I can give them feedback. So this is how I would use pinning. So I would go to participants as well, 3 dots on the side, and go to pin. And now my screen would be limited to just the one person I pinned. You can pin up to 4 on a pretty good size screen, and then you can also add in the large gallery if you choose. But now you can see on my screen, I have just one student, and that would be how I would be watching for this duration of the class. So here we are, we're going to talk about spotlighting. And spotlighting basically is used to make one person highlighted on everybody's screen. So I have participant tab open, and I have the 3 dots, and I go to spotlight. And so you're seeing my screen, which is with both of my students, and then all of a sudden, the student I spotlighted goes to everybody. So if I have a student like a 3-to-1, I will use spotlighting, and I will spotlight myself. I can see the other 2 students, but they only see me on the screen, and that's how I use spotlighting. So this slide, I'm going to talk about screen controlling. If I have a student who needs some help, I'm going to walk you through how to get that to happen. So I've got a class started, and I've got a student who's going to need help. He lets me know. He raises his hand. From here, I will have to make him a presenter for them to be able to share the screen. So I click over on the participant side, the 3 bars, 3 dots, make a presenter. I hit change to make them a presenter. Once that happens, you'll see that he now becomes a presenter, and then he'll share his screen. And I'll just say you need to go and share your screen with me, and it's going to be screen 1, which basically gives you everything that's on the desktop. And also use the rectangle with the triangle. And as his screen pops up, I then have a box on my end that says request control. I'll click that, and then the student will have to hit allow or deny. And once I do that, my mouse now pops up on their device that they're sharing, and I can walk them through. I'm in Teams. I want to take him to a specific channel and then show him a video that I posted. So I'm going to click on the tabs. Here's the video that I uploaded. It's going to be in his tab. I then hit play. And now the student can do the warm-up activity, whatever I asked them to do independently. While their camera's on, I can see them. And that is how we go about screen controlling a student.
So some audio tips for Teams. We prefer to use a wired audio connection. We feel like that removes some of the Bluetooth connectivity problems. When you're on the internet and then you're adding like a Bluetooth element, sometimes that makes things difficult. So the wire definitely helps in that setting. Moving on to the next topic, using a headphone extender cable really allows for a full view and movement of the teacher. So, sometimes if you get far enough away from the computer, kids have trouble hearing you or you have trouble hearing kids. And so we got this extender cord, and it allows us to get 15-20 feet away from the computer so everybody can see what we're doing, how we're doing it, and the way that we're doing it while being able to hear us very clearly. And it really just kind of helps smooth out some of our sessions. Also, talking slowly cuts down on the Wi-Fi problems, some of the lag or the communication difficulties. And so obviously with working with students in special education or extenuating circumstances such as Wi-Fi problems or lag, talking slowly really helps with the communication aspect of APE on Teams. The raise your hand feature in Teams is really nice. Utilizing the hand raise feature for questions kind of helps cut down on some of that crosstalk in small group classes. The kids are excited, they want to talk to each other, they might ask the teacher a question. And so kind of just to clear up some confusion or specifically ask for a question, it's really nice to use that raise your hand feature to keep everything on track.